me Z and T, cause I'm the best in the game. I got the fame, the style that isn't lame.
Hey, is there a cassette tape anywhere?
I sure do. This cassette is the best, I can attest. Best cassette in the east to the west. Yeah, I ain't a rapper. This cassette's dapper. I'm no capper.
Okay, do you mind if I take that off your hands?
Yeah, sure.
Alright, thank you.
No problem, bro.
And this is this week's Closet Classics.
The 2003 annual meeting of the Burlington Cable Access Television will come to order. It's a pleasure to be here this evening, and I'd like to introduce myself, Rick Carwan, as the new president of BCAT, and our board of directors. To my left, our vice president, Arlene DeRocco. John Hofferty is not here today. He's our most senior board member. Ed Hastings, Virginia Mooney, Jim Melchiona, Rob Zahora, Herb Clancy, and our newest member, Brian Curtin, our board of directors. One of the things at BCAT that always amazes me is how hard everybody works. Not just the staff, but the backbone of BCAT. And I don't mean the board of directors either, although they do work very hard. What I'm talking about are the volunteers. People who come in, take a class, learn how to use a camcorder. The next thing you know, they're out filming a town event, they're out doing some sporting event, and all of a sudden, we have ourselves a volunteer who is just absolutely gold. That's the backbone of BCAT. That's what makes this place really tick. All those volunteers, and we've been very lucky that our volunteer base has been growing and growing and growing. Talk about volunteers. As this meeting is going on, we have a volunteer, Jack Gilbert, who's in one of our robotics suites getting ready to cover the school committee meeting, yes, he's covering the school committee meeting as we speak. So those are the people who really keep BCAT operational. Now, every year we are very happy to choose a volunteer of the year. And I'm not going to introduce that person. I'm going to defer to another volunteer to introduce that person, someone who is a legend in their own realm of BCAT, and that is Red Sock. Can we go to Red and see, are we ready now?
Hey everybody, Red Sock here, and I'm here to announce the Volunteer of the Year for 2003. Can you guess who it is? Hey, that's right, it's Caroline Herder. And if you're wondering, how did she come to deserve such a big honor? That's because she's done a whole bunch of cool stuff this year. So, why don't we go take a look at some of Caroline's achievements in the last 12 months. Caroline's interest in television began at an early age, eventually bringing her here to BCAT.
What I would say about Caroline is Caroline's great. She's always a pleasure to work with, and she's really helpful in many ways. She's really made an impact here at BCAT. She's amazing. She's just simply amazing.
This is Shayla, and she marched in our patriotic parade for 4th of July. Did you make this by yourself? You did? All by yourself? Did Daddy help you a little? Yeah?
Caroline's great. She's always a pleasure to work with, helpful in so many ways. She's made such an impact here at BCAT. She's amazing, simply amazing.
Another thing she did was volunteer to be an assistant with the Video Voyagers.
Squeeze together, you're not in my shot. All right.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Video Voyagers!
Oh yeah! Take 4 or 5.
Caroline's great. She is always a pleasure to work with. Helpful in so many ways. She has made such an impact here at BCAT. She's amazing. Simply amazing.
And when she wasn't in the studio, you could find her all over the place. You could also find her on sidelines. You could even find her poolside.
Caroline's great. Yeah, she's always a pleasure to work with. Helpful in so many ways. Yeah, she has definitely made an impact here at BCAT. She's amazing. Simply amazing.
Caroline's great. She's always a pleasure to work with. Helpful in so many ways. She has made such an impact here at BCAT. She's amazing. Simply amazing. And because Caroline's special, you can find her at a myriad of the special events here at BCAT.
Where it began, I can't begin to knowing, but then I know it's growing strong.
Rick, you got to do a thing for the Volunteer of the Year?
Yeah, Carol? Carl?
Caroline.
Caroline, yeah, Caroline's great. She's such a pleasure to work with. She's so helpful in so many ways. And she's made such an impact here at BCAT. I can't read that. Oh, amazing, amazing, simply amazing.
But if you really want to know where to find Caroline, you can find her regularly riding shotgun on a particular trivia show.
Hands, touching hands, reaching out, touching me, touching.
Clip. Well, thanks, Caroline. You're great. Always a pleasure to work with. Helpful in so many ways. You've made such an impact here at BCAT. You're amazing. Simply amazing. I gotta go. Goodbye. Congrats. See you. Adios. Ta-ta. How was that? Well, I'm done. I'm spent. Put me back in the box. Get me out of this monkey suit.
Caroline, come on up here. Come on up here. You're standing back there like you weren't going to come up for a minute. Come here, stand up for a second. Congratulations.
Thanks.
In all seriousness, it is the volunteers who make everything happen. And Caroline has just been a wonderful job this year. She's been there when we've needed her. She's helped out any place and every place we've asked. And I'd like to thank you from the bottom of my heart and from the board of directors. And here's a little something from the Burlington Mall. Look at Dick Linder.
Oh, yeah.
It's called a photo op. Thank you. And again, seriously, thank you very much for being volunteer and for being our Volunteer of the Year.
Thank you.
Thank you. That's always a pleasure to do. That's my first one, too. So I hope there's many more years of doing that. Now, the year in review. This is the point. We're going to have a little clip to tell you what we have done this year. But first, let me tell you about some stuff. One of the things that everybody has liked this year, it's relatively in this year, we wanted a teleprompter to do the news. that was outrageously priced and not within our budget. So we called our engineer, Dick Linder, and said, Dick, this teleprompter thing. He said, let me look into it. He built one, just built it from scratch. It was amazing. We have a new graphics system. So now when you see something on the graphics that runs between the shows, they automatically come off when the event is finished or when the calendar is past that date, so you don't see these old things that used to hang around for weeks and weeks after and make us look a little shabby. That doesn't happen anymore. Our big thing this year is we've moved into digital editing. We have a system called Final Cut Pro, which is a digital editing system. It allows us to do tremendously complicated edits and just look at it. If we don't like it, we change it, take a couple seconds off here, add a couple seconds there. Makes editing a dream. Does involve a little bit of learning, so there's a learning curve there that everybody's working on and trying to get up to speed. Most of the things that you saw today and will see have been done on Final Cut Pro. We are going into the world of digital. We now have DVD recorder recording on DVD in the robotics room for meetings. That's a new thing. We have a couple of DVD players in our auto playback rack, and that will become all DVD eventually. So we are really well on our way into the digital domain. Thank God, because they weren't making the stuff we were using before. I mean, they just weren't making it anymore. So we've moved forward, and we're growing, and we're servicing the town, and that's what it's all about. The volunteers, providing a service to the town, and what else can you do? That's what we're here for. So without further ado, let us look at BCAT's year in review. Jen, why don't you roll that tape?
Hello and welcome to BCAT's Year in Review for the year 2002 and 2003.
Pretty much, almost all of 2002 and about a third.
A little bit of 2003, whatever has happened so far up,
Up until now.
up until now, which is
April 29th.
So welcome to April 29th.
Hope you've enjoyed all of the lovely snackable foods and drink and things like that. And now let's take a look at some of the things that have gone on here in the previous year.
Well, you know what, we had a whole bunch of new faces this year at BCAT, and let's take a quick look at some of the new faces that have broached our wonderful hallways. Come to Dr. Kush.
So I have a question for you, Bob. I'm almost afraid to ask, though. What's your best and worst client experiences, customer experiences?
Well, I've had my share.
I knew you'd say that.
Hi everybody, and welcome back to another version of Police Beat, the show put on by the Burlington Police Department that gives you various perspectives on things you may or may not know about the police department.
Finding options for that.
So your sales staff, they're consultants.
They're consultants.
They're what sales is supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
Who is the executive director of the Northern Masonic District Learning Centers of the 32nd Degree Scottish Rite? That's a big title.
It certainly is.
How do you deal with that?
Well, it's a big task, and that's why it requires a big title, George.
And you have a big card?
No, I have a smaller card. I'm not important. It's what we do that's important, George.
That's for sure.
Well, once again, it's been like a flood of new programming this year, just rolling in, and it's really great to see the expanding, would it be audience or the expanding types of shows and different things going on here.
Okay, I guess you hit the nail on the head right there.
It took a couple of tries. I think I hit my thumb a few times, mentally anyways.
We cannot forget about the old favorites here.
Oh yeah, the old standbys, the spines and the skeleton. And let's go to a couple of clips of that.
In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Happy Easter.
Good evening. Welcome to Our Town Say It Like It Is. My name is Virginia Mooney, and I'm your hostess for the evening. I have a very special guest with me today. Her name is Claire Dalton. She's a professor at Northeastern University, a professor of law, and she is also the wife of Democratic gubernatorial candidate Robert Reese.
Hi, everyone. My name is Mary Clancy. Welcome to my kitchen. Oh, we got lots of interesting things, I think, today. But we're going to make fettuccine. I wish I remembered the name of it, the Italian name.
It was very interesting, but it was on one of these loops. These seven-course Elizabethan or Renaissance lute. So until next time, we'll see you in the luthier shop.
Yeah, yeah, yep, 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 yep.
Well, that does it for another showing of BCAT's Now Showing.
Let me.
Okay.
Now showing, the show where we show you the shows we show on BCAT.
He's a natural.
I knew it.
I think he's got it.
Moment now to spend a few moments in prayer as we praise God for great and mighty God that He is.
Yeah, it's no way is Mike. Roll away.
And as we
He's not
know,
allowed on the show.
the devil is not allowed on the show.
That's right.
That's right. That's one of the rules, no
Right.
guest stars. So
That's right.
the devil actually called me this morning and asked if we had changed our minds. I said no. Sorry.
No, but
slot machines and the racetracks, and the Commonwealth, the argument being that cash will be generated in 6 months as opposed to 2 to 3 years. What's your opinion, and how do you sense your colleagues feel about that idea?
Quite a few miles a week.
How many miles a week? Now, you never ran before, did you?
Well, I run casually, not this type of running by any means.
Phil, back to you. Thank you, Ray. That's it from the news desk here at B News Weekly. I'm Phil Gallagher for Ray Cataloni, Catherine McGuire, and Sally Willard. Have a safe and happy holiday. Thank you for joining us. Hi there. This is Ray Cataloni. You may remember me from such films as A Night at the Inn or Gary's World. And I am also the sportscaster for B News Weekly. And now let's move forward to sports highlights from the past year. See you later.
Okay, thanks, Ray. That was a great look back at sports, and what an addition it has been to have Ray on our sports team this year. I'm Jennifer Dodge, the director here at BCAT.
I'm Tricia Hicks, production coordinator here at BCAT.
And we're here to present these specials for the year. It was a great year for specials, wouldn't you say?
It was. We had several.
So let's take a look back at all those special events.
I mean, there was always warm weather, but it can also be very bad in October. So we're keeping our fingers crossed.
They do a great job. Great job. Big applause.
Oh, no, no, no. We'll survive. Oh, as long as I know how to love, I know I'll stay alive.
Primarily, the main reason, or most important reason, that I think my job is, and that's constituent services at the State House.
Merry Christmas, Charlie Brown.
Hi, I'm Erica. I'm here with
Okay, how long have you been with the Patriots?
3 years.
Yeah, break it down, girls. That's all, folks. That's the best. That's the best I can do at 1:30 in the morning. Hey, thank you very much. Thank you. Yes, that's wonderful, girls. Oh, whoa! Camera down.
Well, that was our year. What'd you think? The staff that put that together is our own BCAT staff, and I'd like to introduce them one by one, and with any luck, we might get a shot of them drifting around. First, Derek Blakeman. Derek, there he is. Derek's responsible for the setup today of the studio and the coordination and design of all that. Next is Tricia Hicks. Tricia, there we go. Tricia was doing everything this afternoon. She was blowing up balloons, and she's doing graphics, and again, our people do everything asked of them and more. Corey McNeil. Corey was shoulder cam this evening, and Corey did the Volunteer of the Year video and the Year in Review video. And of course, our engineer, I like to call him Mr. Wizard, Dick Linder. There he is. Talk about a guy who can do anything, and he understands how it works, too. I have no clue. And our executive director, Jennifer Dodge. Jen is another one. She's just absolutely wonderful, gets everything done and stays on top of things. And Jen was responsible for the next video that you're going to see in a few moments. I'd like to change the pace now. I'm going to talk about somebody we lost. We lost a good friend, Ernie DeMartinez, who had been with BCAT for 15 years. What do you say about Ernie? Everybody's talked to him since his passing, talked about him. Several of us have talked with him. He's just a great guy. He's always with us even now. He would be here in the mornings having a cup of coffee, someone to talk to, a friend. He was the founder of BCAT. He's just a great guy. And we have a couple of presentations, and I'd like to ask his son first, his wife, Ruth, to come up. We have something for you, Ruth. If you could just step up for a moment. Dick, you want to sneak by? We'll let our camera people drift on by. Okay. Why don't you stand right in front of that? One of our artists, local artist, Roy Thorstensen, who's in the audience. Roy did this picture from a compilation of things of Ernie, and we want to present that to you from BCAT.
Thank you very
Okay?
much. That's really nice. Thank you.
Okay. That's one. If you want to put that down for a second and then come back up with the rest of your family. Ernie has Ruth right there.
Okay.
Gentlemen on this side. This is Ernie's son Mark, Ernie's other son Todd.
Good evening.
And of course Ruth. And Gail is not here, and Guy is not here. I would ask that if you, this is for you to do, not for me to do. If you would just lower this. This is a dedication that we have that's going to hang in BCAT in remembrance of Ernie. So that's, if you would just lower that. It reads, in fond memory of BCAT's founder, father, and friend. 15 years of dedicated service, Ernest J. DeMartinez, BCAT president, 1988 through 2003. Let that just drop. That's fine. And now, if our control room is ready, let's roll the last videotape, and we'll be adjourning directly after this one.
And also for Assembly, it's our 100th show. And I could think of no one better to ask to be our guest than the father of BCAT, Ernie D. Martinez. Welcome to Assembly, Ernie.
Thanks.
Glad to have you here. Thank you for creating us and starting us and getting us rolling. And
you sure you want to thank me now?
Talk about bloopers.
Thank you very much. I'm getting kissed by the president of BCAT. Oh, my goodness, you know.
Congratulations, Jim. Don't go away. You get this later.
Ernie was known as the founder and president at BCAT. He was the go-to guy to get things done. He was the friendly face you looked forward to seeing on a daily basis. He always had a hand to lend, joke to tell, or a Boston sports update to report. The staff has expressed he was the heart and soul of BCAT.
Ernie is BCAT. I mean, from everything I've heard of him and know of him, he and a group of volunteers started this and got it going and has kept it going for a lot of years, and it's just grown and grown and grown. So I think he is the heart of BCAT.
Ernie kind of is the soul of BCAT in a sense. I think that our level of commitment to the community, I think, has been pretty well learned from Mr. D. Martinez.
After a successful career as teacher and school administrator, Ernie had the vision to establish cable access television in Burlington.
Ernie D. Martinez had a vision of what local access programming could be, and he stuck to it, and over more than a decade, he made it a reality.
We started negotiating the cable contract, and from there we became board of directors of BCAT. Ernie was always a good friend, and it was always in his mind that the kids in Burlington came first, no matter what he did. And for that, I applaud him. I always did, and Burlington's surely going to miss him.
BCAT is now an established, successful entity in Burlington, but BCAT wasn't Ernie's only civic contribution. He was actively involved in many organizations in town, most notably the Burlington Community Scholarship Foundation. He contributed countless hours to produce an annual telethon that would raise over 80% of their fundraising efforts. The first year Ernie was involved, the telethon raised $18,000, $13,000 more than the traditional phone-a-thon. By the year 2002, the 8th annual telethon, $78,000 was raised and brought the BCSF's endowment up to an impressive $1 million mark.
He was the brainchild behind the telethon. It was his idea to do something like a Jerry Lewis telethon. But between the two of us, we came up with the idea of doing it, at the high school, on the stage, live, and how we would get businesses and members of the community to walk on with donations as well as residents, and then got the kids involved. It started, as a very small event, and then it became, as you know, a very large event that was, I think, enjoyed by many of the residents and all of us that were involved in it. It was a special night every year.
And of course, you were kind of the driving force between the BCAT and the Community Scholarship Fund, and thank you on your behalf, and thank you for your help.
You're the backbone of the telethon, and I want to shake your hand and thank you.
Burlington was blessed and touched by such an extraordinary spirit. For all of us who knew him, we count ourselves lucky. He was, however, first and foremost, a family man. His son Todd describes him best through a poem of remembrance.
The great communicator. His talent was people. Blue and white collar both saw themselves in him, and he knew it. All things to all people, he worked a subtle mastery, always genuine. He could bring the most unlikely of bedfellows on board, always for the greater good. That's where he lived. The countless scholarships he generated, the jobs he protected, the students he taught, his service at war, and so many stories of generosity untold, always deflecting credit, edging the spotlight away. That's where he lived, by choice, in the shadows just outside of glory. He didn't have to talk smart. He was more effective than most intellectuals. He didn't have to talk tough. His actions gained respect. The rough edges, the street smarts, the quiet compliment, the gentle aside. Advanced diplomas not gracing the walls, but kept in a box. All things to all people. That's where he lived. The great provider, his anchor was family. His wife was the love of his life. His children, his vintage. The great man. Movie star charisma so magnetic, it pours out of old still photographs. but he never thought he was anything much. The friend who would rather share a laugh over his failures than boast over his medals. The man never quite good enough in his own mind, who leaves footprints too great to fill. The father and friend who was only a visit away, that's where he lived. The hero in spirit who is only a prayer away, that's where he lives forever. So they say, don't cry for a life well lived, but we cry anyway. We miss you so already, Dad.
Mr. President, make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
I second that motion.
Motion has been moved and seconded. All in favor? Opposition? Abstentions? The motion carries. This annual meeting of Burlington Cable Access Television is adjourned. Thank you and good night.